Oh my goodness.
I updated OBS. I think it actually started the first time this time, which I was not prepared for. Yeah, let's just get her started. Let me check that it did actually.
Right away.
It says still streaming. What the heck?
We didn't
Apparently,
get to
I
say,
should have I should have
fudge.
updated a while ago. Oops.
Did we lose our little mini game of betting before every stream?
I think we have lost that now. I'm
Done.
sorry. So
Oh, wait,
because
now I
you
have a
guys
chance of it.
can't
We lost
see
our
this
game of
every
betting?
week.
Oh, fuck.
Every single time I'm
I've
like,
had to use
okay,
that.
stream starting in 5, 4,
5,
3.
4.
Nope. Okay,
fuck.
starting in 5,
Oh, so it isn't
4,
working.
3. Nope.
It's up.
And
Oh,
because
fuck.
it would throw an error message every
That isn't
time, but apparently it
exactly-
just
He's talking
started.
about what it was
right.
doing.
I was so confused for a second. I was like,
Yeah, I thought you were
Wait.
legit.
No,
Like,
it was like telling Twitch what the heck we were talking about.
What, right,
Um,
right, okay.
All right, well then.
They have never known this side of the game.
Well, it's not the game's fault.
What a unique experience you've
It's-
missed out on.
Oh man. Okay.
Well, it's only taken a couple of years for us to get it figured out.
Only 1 year. 1 and 2 months. 1 year, 2 months.
So we started in like
Long
January of
enough.
17, right?
Uh,
January of 18.
I think
January
it was
of
like
18.
January of 18.
February, maybe. Maybe I just don't have like the
February,
first
okay.
couple, because I actually like put them on my YouTube channel. Like I'd been exporting them all along, but I never put them public.
Do you have the first? Do you have the first couple?
I don't know. There's like a playlist on my YouTube channel now, so you can like go and look.
I gotta check. Okay.
But I was like, I
So
was
they're
looking at this
unlisted, but they're
giant
listed in
pile
the
of videos,
playlist?
going, do I set these all public at once? And I'm like, that's gonna be terrifying because it's like 30 videos.
yeah.
And it'll just do like
Be
notification
intimidating.
after notification from my channel. But I figured out I could set them unlisted and then put them in a playlist. Well, yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah, you
just
can
I was like,
schedule 'em, like
There's an
release
option.
a
You make
couple
them
a week.
unlisted and there's
well,
like
I'm
a
gonna
release
try
on a
now
certain
to
date
actually just
option.
export them
Just set
after
it to,
we're
like,
done.
release once
So
a day or
it's
something.
like,
Well, that's what I'm
Anyway.
saying. If you release the
what I
old
do with
ones
my
twice a
Twitch
week,
stuff.
eventually it'll catch up, and
Yeah.
then you'll be current.
but they were already there, and
But
I'm like,
whatever,
just
yeah.
make them public. Anyways,
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone wants to catch up on it, they
Yeah,
can.
so the Discord channel started in January 2018, but we were in private
So it must have been
Yeah.
February that.
before that.
Oh yeah,
there's,
we were,
there's,
weren't you?
there's a whole
Yeah.
bunch of people saying
So
hi
it
on the
was-
chat. So, hello, Lumbear
Oh,
Jack
yeah, a whole bunch
Viking.
of
Hi,
people.
Shark Gamer. And hi, Spidey on RR. And where do you live that it's 3 in the morning? Let me math that.
Europe?
Yeah, it would be like Western Europe?
It'd be further than Europe.
Yeah,
right?
that's Europe.
No, it's like
That'd be
8
further, yeah, yeah.
hours
Close
to like
GMT.
Central Europe
That's
from
only a
here.
couple of hours out of
So-
GMT.
Yeah.
Wait, what time is it?
I only
It's coming up
recognize
midday.
America
Probably like
time
the
and
UK is
GMT.
like 3.
2
Anyways.
2 or 3 a.m.
Anyways,
Yeah.
okay, we are totally off track. Who wants to do the
Thanks
recap
for
from last
distracting
week?
us, European brother.
I'll do it.
H.
Last week we went trudging through the forest to a guard tower at the Fellstar Imperium, the board of the Fellstar
We were
Imperium.
attacked by a crocodile.
We were
Yeah, it took a quick-
attacked
took a
by
quick detour.
a crocodile there in the process.
England.
Had to save Clarice in
Hold it.
4-foot deep water because she
Good thing
didn't
I was
realize she
already a
could stand up.
crocodile.
We had a very we had a Little John type experience there. And if you don't get that reference, watch Robin Hood Men in Tights. You'll thank me later. We then got there, spent the entire session arguing with the guards, trying to get them to let us in, trying to convince them in various
And we
different
succeeded
ways.
in the end.
They hated me because I touched them with my glove, thinking maybe it'll be enough, to let us in. Of course, that's never how it works. So he hated me. Clarice, at the very end, decided to try to charm them. Pigeons decided very, very sadly to say, "Hey, do a
Very
charisma
wisely.
check." And in his mind, it was,
Very wisely,
unless you get a
yes.
nat 20, it's not happening. And guess
Yeah.
what?
Hey, I want to give the players a chance. I want to give them a chance to try anything.
So
A
all of a sudden,
5%
we were all
chance.
allowed in. Yep.
By the way,
So-
for anyone that might not know,
Nope,
you want to
sorry.
explain
Ah!
what your glove does again, and the
So
fact
I
that
have a very special glove that Barfair
Yeah.
thinks makes me a better archer. Only
That's
one
what it
person in the
does.
party knows what it truly does. That person being Jade, who refuses to tell us it is the glove of fickle friendship. If I touch someone with it, there is a 50-50 shot of them either becoming my worst enemy or my best friend for the next 4 to 8 hours, depending on the mood of the DM at the time. Guess what it usually does?
Usually goes
Exactly
poorly.
what you don't want it to do.
I use a septum that I flip in real life.
I don't want to know about you doing something with your nose, but
Heads is the
it's
emperor,
always on
and
his head.
tails is the
Why do we keep getting stuck?
and heads is usually
Skyrim
logo.
heads is usually a
That's
fail,
good.
and since it's his nose on his head, I usually fail.
No, heads is the succeed. Heads is the positive outcome. Tails, which
His
is
nose
the,
is on his butt, is what we've learned.
which is the
No,
imperial
because
logo or
he
whatever.
flips the septum. So normally his nose is up here. He
Are we
flips
like
it, it goes
carrying
down, and
this guy?
the tail
I don't
comes
hear
up.
what's going on with this one.
There's like a
This is
perception
actually
one.
giant
I don't
nose.
know.
To flip.
I don't think that
The
was
guy said
intentional.
But yeah,
if she
so
moved, no, it
I have
was.
no idea why that
The
happened.
guy said
Whenever-
if she moved, they would
that's
kill her.
right.
So
Yeah,
we had to
yeah,
pick
yeah.
her up
Jade
and carry
pissed him
her
off
instead
by-
because she wasn't allowed to move.
oh yeah, Jade fired magic missile. Got an at what was meant to do it as a way to look like she fired the crocodiles, rolled an at one, and fired a magic missile at the guards.
Well,
That
it
went
was,
well.
it was
It
an
was an actual magic
illusionary.
missile.
It was
Yeah.
an illusion, and Jade
still
tried
was
to
an at
shoot it
one.
at the crocodile,
Yeah.
did an at one, shot it at the guards instead. That's when things really got hostile.
Oh,
Yeah.
Very
can,
good.
can
But
I
that,
can I
it would've been
interject
alright.
with a
It
story
looked him
from
trying
my
to attack.
DMing for kids? Okay, so I have
Yeah.
this group of like 8 to 10-year-old boys who I'm DMing for. No, maybe 9 to 12. Anyways, doesn't matter.
my
They're
gosh.
all like
Young.
first timers, like don't have any clue about anything. One of them decides he's gonna tie a note to an arrow and shoot it to the other part of the party because of course they split the party because they're new. And he's like, I'm gonna shoot it at his toe, and I'm like, how about you aim for like the dirt in front of him instead? He's like, nope, I'm gonna shoot it at his toe. Nat 20 kills his friend.
Wow.
Because they're like level 1 characters.
To the toe?
Well, I'm like, he rolled a 20, and I'm like, all right, roll double damage, and like they all have like 8 HP. So he rolls
Yeah.
double
Right.
damage, and it's like 12. The character's got like 8 HP, and I'm like, all
So,
right,
like-
so it
Can
you
he just,
shoot it
like,
at
get
his toe, it
amputated?
like bonks off a bone, goes like right up his leg, and severs his artery. He's dead. Like,
Exactly what I would have said.
why
Yes,
would you
that's
shoot at
exactly
your
what's going through my
friend?
head.
Because you're 9.
Just go
Anyways.
down
How
this
did
way.
his
Wait for them
friend
to learn
react?
not to hit each
Oh,
other
he's
like that.
pissed.
So that
There's
way in
gonna
real
be a
life,
grudge for
they
the
won't attack
entire
each other.
campaign. Like most of the
gosh.
rest of the party spent the rest of the session trying to keep this one kid from killing the other kid, and the other kid that had shot him was like, "Why are you picking on me?" And I'm like, "You killed him. You already killed him once this session." Like, anyways,
Different character though. You know who else? We also had someone else in session 1, one of the party members, or nearly
oh
so.
jeez.
It was an NPC.
She was a party member.
She was a party member.
It was only because I was not doing my rolls correctly because I was not calculating proficiency right because I hadn't played D&D in 6
You
years and
rolled,
forgot
you
how to
rolled
play.
a nat 1. It wouldn't have mattered.
No, I didn't. I did not roll an at one. I rolled very low. Most of my misses that hit her were low. Were just low rolls. I did one nat 1, but that was not the one that almost killed her. The one that almost killed her was a
Anyways.
low roll and said, "You fired into a melee. You hit her."
Oh, yeah, you did fire into a melee. There was a lot of shit in close
Yes,
quarters.
and it was like I rolled like a
That's
3.
Anyways,
And it was
okay.
low enough.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
I'm sorry I derailed
Well, it's not-
things, but I just thought of that and it
Right.
cracked me up.
It's not the DM's fault that Barfair didn't know how to properly use the bow. I'll just say that.
it is the fault of Barfad's player. The one who controls Barfad because he was an
Alright,
idiot.
okay.
That's why we got you the
so-
accuracy glove.
We eventually talked our way into the keep via Peaches. We got a rest.
Yep, a peach. My
Which is
final
good,
peach
'cause
saved
I
the day.
needed
I'm
it.
now out of peaches and very sad.
Oh shoot!
Those
All
are
I
very
have
worthwhile
to make me
peach.
feel better are all these green D20s.
You get a
Ah,
summon
why are you
the
touching my D20? Ugh.
Now you're making him touch them. You're touching them with his face.
Yeah, but
We need more
his
color
face
schemes so she
doesn't
can find
change
a
their
color that
color.
she likes, so she can color it to the one what she likes.
Now they do his hands. They're green, they stay
Next
green.
game cave
do you need
iteration,
more?
M3 is gonna make sure she's not on the same the side of the table as Stormer.
Right? I just need some of those other dice skins to come out. I think there's like
Oh,
a
Yes.
few more.
Do you know something?
extra dice skins coming up, confirmed.
I should check. There's like there's
That's
like
some
Yeah.
leaked info right there.
I can check if they're like
Don't
scheduled
worry, we're not
anytime
live
soon. I
streaming
don't
or
think.
anything.
We're not
It's
live on the
okay.
stream or anything.
Whatevs. How many people are watching? Not enough to get me in
That's-
trouble.
that's-
So you know.
No, this is perfect. Just take to get you in trouble.
Watch. A lot of people are gonna start
the
watching
number
this
watching
just to
plus
see
one.
if they can get Rec Room leaks while watching.
Oh my
Well, that's a
God.
good way to get us more viewers. I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, true.
All
Yeah,
leaks
go
all the
start
time,
feeding us-
exclusive
start
leak
feeding
every
us
week.
Info, Corey and M3. Yeah. All right.
To
Anyway,
be
Okay.
able to leak, you have to know what's going on, and I
You do.
have no
The
idea.
leaks don't have to be factual, as long as people think they sound good.
yeah, that's true.
You know, I mean,
They might
we get
catch up
told
to
things
us.
are coming to Rec Room and they don't happen. We
Yeah.
get told
We should
things
totally
aren't
just
never
start
gonna
coming
happen,
up
and
with
then they
fake
happen.
leaks for every
You know,
stream.
it doesn't have to be accurate information. It'd still be part of the course.
Rec Room confirmed coming to the NES.
Yes, please.
Coming to the
Oh,
Virtual
man.
Boy.
Virtual Boy.
Nintendo-
Yes, finally a VR, another VR.
Nintendo Labo is getting Rec Room. Confirmed.
Oh man.
That's actually could be legit.
No, no, no.
It's funny.
I like look
No,
at that
because
you
that
have
elephant
VRs.
trunk thing because it's got like the sort of like
I thought that was
MacGyver
fake when I
six
first saw
stop.
that.
But like think about doing
I really like this game.
golden trophy with that thing. You were gonna rip that elephant trunk off so fast. Like there's no way a Labo survives Rec Room. No way.
Well, it
Alright,
doesn't have a strap. You've got to
M3,
hold it
what
onto your
color
face
do
with at
you
least
want
one
for
hand.
these?
Yeah. Well, I'm already
want
like
red.
trying to figure out if I can like MacGyver a strap on somehow.
I want
Because I've
red
got
with
an
red
extra
numbers.
WinMR headset now because my dog chewed the cord, so I had to replace it. And the cord doesn't like detach from the WinMR, so I just
Yeah, it's
found
like
a
solid
new
in.
headset.
We need
But now I'm like
Wait,
like
wait.
looking at the Halo and I'm like, can I attach that to my
Guys.
Labo?
We are
Welcome to
completely
ADHD,
wasting.
generic D20
Yeah, no,
fantasy tabletop role-playing game.
We are completely wasting the early start we had.
I know. Okay.
Welcome to Mama Monkey's VR
Dungeons and
Technology
Deficit.
Podcast.
ADHD and D.
ADHD and D. All right. Okay.
Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder in dungeons.
All right, you guys were shoved. You guys were shoved into a room with a bunch of cots. The
Okay.
door was closed and guards posted outside the door.
Okay.
You were not allowed outside all night. They
Okay.
don't trust you that much.
I'm gonna sleep well since
But we did
I
get
don't
don't
think I'm
trust
gonna be
me.
surprised.
Why don't they trust me?
Clarice,
want
Clarice
a
was not
list?
with you.
What?
Oh, where's Clarice?
Clarice
She
also
got her own
under.
bedroom.
She got her own bedroom under our escort. It had like a really nice, feather bed and and a bath in there. That they drew hot water for a bath for you because they
Why
wanted
do I
to
have a
keep the
feeling-
Donnell family.
Why do I have a
Clarice
feeling that
conveniently forgets
Fuzzy-
to not split the party.
Are you
This is
surprised?
my
The guards
Honestly,
are like,
pigeons?
are you? Oh, she doesn't split. She okay. Never mind. That was a double negative, so it confused me. What you were saying.
I would fully expect, given the situations, that if she's getting a separate room that is much nicer than what we're getting, that by we're I mean Fuzzy and Umara, Yvette and Umara, and Terry, and if he's with us, what they're getting, because I
Yep.
have a strong feeling that
Jade and Barfair in the dungeon.
Jade and I would be under significantly more armed escort. I wouldn't be surprised if we got put into. It's like we're giving you another. We have another room specially for you guys, and we're like in a cell. So
Oh, cool.
Oh no.
Well, luckily for you, they didn't do that.
yay!
Did I see their room, or do I just assume that everyone else has these like
Everyone
fantastic
has their own private room.
accommodations?
They
With it on
just
Switch.
yeah, they
Wow.
took you off immediately and they're like, all right, Miss Donnell, we'll show you to your rooms, and the rest of you will show you to you know, like wave to another group of guards, show them to their room.
And we got thrown into the horse's stable with straw and nothing else.
No, you just got thrown into like an old barracks with a bunch of beds with rotting mattresses. It hasn't been used for a while, but they are beds.
Better than
And
nothing.
Better
they
than out
have
in the forest.
armed guards outside. They threw a bucket in there for you.
Somewhat ironically, Clarice actually gets worse sleep because she stays up late writing them a really good Yelp review.
So, they provide you with a homing raven to
A
attach
what?
the Yelp review. A raven, a homing raven.
A homing
To attach
raven?
the there are no yet. Do you think I'm actually gonna paint a pigeon in a positive light?
Oh,
They
I
provide you with a
feel
homing
that I have a
raven.
homing pigeon that would get killed later on.
the only homing pigeons I know are from the worm game, and those are dangerous. They explode.
Ravens are very smart, though. Let's go with
Armageddon.
ravens.
Yeah, I
They
like
provide you a
Clarice.
raven
Ravens and their
to.
maturans.
They provide you a raven to or to send your Yelp review into Yelp headquarters.
Send your
Wonderful.
ravings into your
5
quarters.
stars.
You're ravings.
Loved it.
She's written a raven review.
Would come back anytime.
Oh.
They proofread it. They read it before sending it. Of course.
Mhm.
This is why they had 5 stars only, but not many reviews.
No.
Barfield starts writing his own Yelp review.
They read your Yelp review, and one
Burn
one
it
of the
in front of you.
guards uses it to wipe his ass in front of you, and then drops it.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know why. I gave him a 5-star review.
He didn't even read it. Sorry,
I
he
don't
just
know
took
why you
it
gave
from
her a
you.
5-star review either.
All right, okay. So,
alright,
Because he's
those are the-
Sleep.
Barfield. He's not exactly
Sleep.
smart. Like, it's better than sleeping
Sleep.
outside.
sleep.
So y'all,
Roll to sleep.
Sleeping is skill.
I roll to see if I have a nightmare.
Oof.
Nope, nothing.
Ooh,
No,
should
no
we do
problem. I
that?
sleep okay.
I want
Was
to
that
see
a
if I have a
5?
nightmare.
You got a 5.
Yeah, it wasn't the one.
One's on the edge.
Sleeps
Oh,
terribly.
Oh,
Hold on.
man.
I nat 20'd it!
Mom, you have the best night's sleep of your life.
Wakes up.
Can you come cancel out my nightmare? Just
Alright,
like
Clarice,
invade
you
dream
have-
space.
you have a horrifying nightmare that we will hear about next time we play Campfire Stories.
Nice.
Nice.
You
Oh,
will,
that's
you will tell the
awesome.
party about it next Campfire Stories. Like, so I had this
Cool.
nightmare. This is what happened. Blah blah blah.
Barfield will be in that nightmare, and Barfield will die in that nightmare.
Excellent.
M3, you have such a restful sleep that any kind of physical action for the next 8 hours,
Okay.
we'll say until the next rest, until the next short or long rest, you get advantage on.
All
you
right.
Cool.
feel like a million.
I would want us to start doing this kind of thing every time we rest. Like, roll to see how
Oh,
good we
well.
sleep. And if you roll
Oh my
terribly,
god.
you're disadvantaged all day.
Yeah.
And you roll great, you get advantage for the day.
So the
Yeah,
5 that
I
you
don't
just
hate
rolled
that.
for your sleep means you're
Yeah,
at
I kind of
disadvantage
like
all day
that
tomorrow.
actually.
I
Should I
would
be
have
at
a 5.
disadvantage?
Yeah, so yeah, be at
Yeah,
disadvantage.
that was a
Yeah,
pretty bad
any kind of
roll.
physical action.
I mean,
meaning
1 is disadvantage.
It should be
20 is that,
charisma.
and
Anything
else is
charisma
just-
based checks.
Why charisma?
Because you're well
Yes.
rested
Well,
and
I was
looking
thinking,
good. Get your beauty rest.
well, I was thinking anything like
Oh.
anything strength or dexterity
Yeah,
based
but
because
If you get no rest, you're cranky as all hell.
oh,
yeah,
that's
but you're
true.
also dopey. And
So the positive side is on
uncoordinated.
physical, and the negative side is on
How about
charisma.
how about anything? How about anything involving any of the main stats? Really,
Maybe
Because-
myself for a sec.
you know, I mean,
Main
you don't get
stat,
the nice
yeah.
sleep,
Was
you're gonna
that
be
Gribbly
cranky,
yelling in the
you're gonna be
background?
tired, you're not
It's
gonna be.
so loud.
Tell Gribbly we can hear him. So we can Twitch.
No, don't tell him we can hear him. We can hear the spoilers in.
Yeah.
She's already muted
Is he talking
herself,
about the
so we
Nintendo
can't
rabbit
hear
pit?
him anymore.
Aww.
So Clarice,
Now we're not gonna know if it's
tell
coming
us
to
what
Nintendo
you're gonna
Labo
do
or
now.
not.
Kind of hilarious that we can never thumbs up when we try.
Clarice, are you not gonna do it? Okay, well I guess Clarice.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I had to.
Oh.
No, okay. So you guys, Umar sleeps amazingly. Somehow Clarice sleeps terribly, even though they had opposite good. In the future, I'm not going to do it right now, but I may on the sleep roll if we're going to make that a thing. I may allow or make you roll at advantage or disadvantage depending on their accommodations as well.
Okay.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm not going to
So if you're
retcon
sleeping
that
in
this
like
time.
a super comfy
Yeah.
feather
Like if you
bed,
pay
which is
more
so
in an
different to what you
inn
normally
for
sleep
like
on,
the
then it's going to be a lot
yeah.
harder
So
to sleep.
good.
But if it's more like what you usually sleep on, like a bedroll on the ground, you're going to be very comfortable because you're used to it. Yeah.
No, it's a gameplay mechanic. Doesn't work like that.
Okay.
It's going to
You're
be if
sleeping
you
on a
shell
bunch
out
of
more money.
rocks.
If you
Disadvantage.
shell out more money to say sleep in an inn in their really nice suite, then you'll be able to roll an advantage for your sleep.
Cool.
I'm starting to think
If
this might not
you-
be a good
Hmm.
idea.
I like
Sounds
it.
like pay to win.
I like it.
It's exactly pay to win.
Microtrans. We'll call it
I like
the
it.
bedroll. Oh, that's a really good picture, actually. I need to share that one.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, the bedroll.
The
Everyone
bedroll.
bedroll.
Oh god. I don't have that much
That's
gold,
amazing.
guys. I don't know about this.
All right.
Well, I think it's only disadvantage if we're like in a seriously uncomfortable scenario.
Okay.
Like
Anyways.
Yeah.
normal
Morning
roll would be
comes.
normal roll.
Morning
Morning
comes,
comes.
and I don't have.
Good morning.
I don't have. I just overrode Count Rugen's.
Oh no, you don't have
uh,
the guard guy.
So
Wah, wah, wah.
the shift has changed. It's different guards that we're dealing with this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. All right.
It's all right. Here he is.
Nice.
Trevor's just
Perfect.
gonna
Over
stand
here a
slightly
little
in
bit.
front of
A
you,
little
and
bit.
you
Trevor's
talk
gonna
from
be the
behind his
understudy
head.
for this DM
Yes,
session.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
Put
Eloquist.
your hands,
Yeah,
put your
yeah,
hands above
yeah.
his head, operated like a marionette.
Stay right there. There we go. Okay.
Oh lord.
Stick your head inside. Stick your head inside him. Yeah.
He comes in.
There we go.
Okay, he comes in. What is knock over? Okay. I've got to adjust a little bit. There we go. So I don't knock things off my desk. Okay.
I got my
Okay.
hands behind my back for this whole thing.
There you go.
Oh,
Your hands
all
are
right,
I
well.
see them.
I hope
This is so great.
everyone slept well except for why did I hate that guy again? I don't know, but that one guy that I think it was just a jerk yesterday. Don't mind me. I'm looking at my shoes because I just bought I just got new boots and they're super cool. But I'm gonna stop looking at my
Inside
boots
a
now.
mohawk. I can see the inside of your visor.
So this is what it actually feels like to be a doppelganger.
So
I have a lot of practice.
anyways,
It looks like a really bad bug.
come out. What's that supposed to mean?
I
There's
said
some
there
kind
were
of
bed
unstable
bugs.
polymorph stuff going on here.
Don't judge me. I had a rough sleep last night. Okay.
Is it because of bed
It's
bugs?
just like your nightmare.
Oh.
Don't ask me how I know about that nightmare. I didn't spy on you while I slept at all. I promise.
I did.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to me.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, come out to the
This
courtyard.
is just distracting.
So great.
Turning my
That was
face.
awesome. I love it.
Oh god.
I gotta look at the stream later. I gotta find out what that looked like. 'Cause
It looked pretty damn
It was
weird.
amazing.
Horrifying.
Yeah, horrifying is probably. Yeah.
Only in
proud of it.
VR D&D can we have moments like that.
Oh, if you want to see what it looks like, there's a convenient picture.
What did you take a picture of?
Oh
there you go.
Lord.
I want to see this. Oh, my perf is so bad right now. I think I need to reboot my computer. Oh my goodness.
I like how the next person to see the photo is still trying to
It
look
got
at it
even
through the
better
other
when it
person.
was moving, though.
Oh man. I'm at like. I feel like
I
I'm,
Someone's gonna
chose the
clip that
deep,
bit.
scary
The
voice
photo rolled a 5.
instead of the happy voice.
I feel like I'm playing the original Crisis on a.
Okay,
I was
okay.
having bad
I
I
performance
didn't
to
use the
begin
I
with.
didn't use
So-
the happy voice because I know Mama Monkey loves the happy
All
voice.
we've done so far is sleep. So let's.
Right.
Let's wake up.
So they shuffle out to the courtyard and they ready up a guard to escort you. You're about to leave when you hear someone shout from above, "Rider incoming!" And
What income?
They all-
Who's Ryder?
they all
Someone's dropping a rider on us. Take cover.
they open a smaller postern gate within the large gate, and someone rides in through on a
So
horse.
which
and hands
way?
the
Which way
From
are
our
they
side
coming
or
from?
the
Are they
way we're
coming
going?
like from this side or from the
Nope,
that side?
other side?
Okay.
Other
Okay, the
side.
far
Fell
side.
Star side. Yep. Comes
Okay.
in, hands the captain a message. He
That's
reads it
hilarious.
and he says, "Oh,
Oh, right.
well, unfortunate news.
Oh, did you get a demotion? I'm sorry. That sucks.
No, you don't get an escort." And he walks over to another lieutenant,
Yes,
whispers
Guardian.
something in his ear, and lieutenant mounts up on a horse, shouts for all his men to follow him. The gate opens, and they all ride out on their horses at a fast pace. And the captain says, "I can't spare the men anymore. Something important came up that the Empress gave orders, and she needs troops."
Is it the undead again?
No, it's not that. It's they just need guards to protect an event that hasn't been here for quite some time.
Ooh, is it the Goblin Picks? I wonder if I can get another funnel cake.
Funnel cakes.
Oh God, is it the
Okay.
Goblin Picks?
How did you know it was the Goblin Picks?
Ah.
Oh, I have been. We went to it not that long ago when it came through while we were out traveling. We came across it before. It was a lot of fun. They have these amazing funnel cakes.
We haven't had the Goblin Picks here for ever really. It started after some goblin pet of the Lich started it.
Yeah, I know 'em.
And it's the Empress's son is a big fan of it. He tries to go at least once a year. It travels around the land, and he tries to go every time it comes to the Yastra Republic. But he missed
I
it
think
this
I met
past
him.
year. What? He didn't make it to the Goblimpics. He was captured by some scumbags and almost turned in, but he was rescued by some benevolent friends of ours. And we, the Empress sent some emissaries to the Goblimpics and convinced them to come here. In exchange, we
Awesome.
provide them with protection from the undead.
That's cool. Yeah, I think we met
Well,
him in
what it says, at
passing,
least.
actually. He said something about... there was a guy who mentioned something about being from Felstar when we were passing. So. They
There
were
are
into the
many
Goblin
people
Picks.
from
I think there's some
Felstar.
random-
That
I'm
can't be
sure
the
it
guy
can't be the
we
same
met,
one.
Because we turned the guy in that we met. He didn't get rescued.
What the hell
That's
is your
right, we did.
intelligence
I
score,
forgot about that.
Fuzzy?
Wait, what? What guy
Well,
did
I
you turn in?
remember events
You
that we
turned
did.
in.
We
You
met
turned in
some,
at-
some spies from Felstar and turned them into the authorities.
You Did what?
Isn't that right, Buffett?
Yeah, so I am just
That's
gonna
what it was,
happen
wasn't
to
it?
turn into a mouse, which is gonna have
I
random
want
bunny
to point
ears for
out
some
that
reason.
I want to point out out of
I
player
am-
not
I
as
am-
my player character. I want to point out that Barford has got a low wisdom score, high intelligence, and even he is smart enough to know that would not be something to bring up. Even when he says stuff stupid, he knows that in particular was not something to bring up.
My wisdom is 8.
I can't remember what mine is. Is 8 a -1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That explains it. Mine's at a 0. Mine's not. I don't have a negative. I am not the.
You know what? Why don't you wait right here? Maybe I can scrounge up some guards for you after all. Hold on, and he runs off the door.
Guys, this may just
Okay,
be
I'm gonna climb up
me
Clarice
guessing.
onto
I
her
think we should get the
shoulder
fuck out
and
of
say,
here
"We
before
need to
they come
leave
back.
now."
He comes back with some paper, with some
I don't
with some
want to do
papers in his
anything
hand,
until I get
and
coffee.
he's looking at.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Okay,
We're either about to be arrested or somebody
so
executed. I'm not sure which.
I'm gonna run
it-
down Clarice again so I can scurry off somewhere because I
It looks-
feel like this
He
is
holds
about to
up.
go
He
south.
holds up some papers. He looks at Clarice. The papers, shakes his head slightly. Looks at Tyrion. Looks at the papers, shakes his head slightly. Looks at Fuzzy.
I wasn't there when they were handed in.
Oh, that's right. Shakes his head slightly.
Wait, then how would you know? You weren't there. You
Because-
couldn't talk about it. You weren't there.
They told told
but I
us
was-
about it.
I was with you when we
Um,
captured the guy, and then
looks
you
at-
guys took him off to the town and turned him in, and I heard all about
Looks
that.
at
when you came back.
Barford and Jade.
I wasn't there.
Wait. Oh, you
No,
weren't?
Jade
Okay.
was.
I was
Or
there,
was
but I
disguised.
wasn't there.
That's right. Jade and Yvette went off somewhere else for
Wasn't seen. Yeah.
that session.
It was either
Oh,
I
that's
think
right,
it was
Jade-
this one or this
Yeah,
one.
Jade was in disguise.
One of those.
That's right.
I don't think it was that one.
This is what
I
this is what
purposely
happens when
did
you try to
that.
make me remember things from over a year ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is there for that a
He
mouse
looks at-
could
he looks
hide
at
in this
Barford.
place?
And keeps looking at
Barford,
Barford.
while he was getting the paperwork, Barford very quickly put on a fake mustache.
But I mean, also the one in the picture has 2 eyes, and this Barford only has 1 eye.
Yeah, I've got one eye and a fake mustache right now.
All right, well, roll
Roll
disguise.
disguise.
Is there a disguise? I think there's a
don't-
disguise skill, isn't there?
There's deception
Deception.
Deception.
will
Okay,
work.
Yeah.
we're in like a courtyard,
So-
right?
or performance.
You are.
Okay,
So
so
this
I'm
is
just
gonna be a
kind of
+0.
skulking
As this
around
is
the edges
happening-
of it right now.
God, I hope this works. 12.
Is that it?
That's all I got.
That's it.
Oh lord.
Oh, God.
He walks up to you. As he's walking up to you, a whole bunch of guards come surround you guys with spears, and more up on the ramparts come up and start pointing crossbows at you. And he casually rips your fake mustache off.
Ow!
Do you,
Dude,
Do
that
you
was
think-
rude. That's a, ow!
do you think I'm stupid or just dumb?
Do I have to answer right now?
Guard, lock them up.
Well, you're clearly
And
not
they-
dumb because you're talking. You're not a mute.
Oh. Lock them up in the bottom level of the dungeon so I don't have to hear their terrible jokes.
Well, that worked out well.
Except
Oh
for
shit.
don't run. You 3 aren't on the wanted posters. How do you
Oh,
know
that's
him?
right, because Yvette, you left after we captured him. Didn't you? I forgot. Never mind. I mean, nothing. Don't worry about it.
I'm not on your wanted posters, am I? Clearly I'm innocent.
All right. Well, you knew about All right. Lock
Hey,
them
you
to
know about him
the
too. Look,
Empress-
you've got these posters. Does that mean
the
you're involved?
Empress may she live forever. Needs her peaches. You will escort her out the gate now. I shuffle you out
Which
there.
side are they
The one
going
who
out?
fired magic
Which side are they
missiles
going out?
at you
It's all
guys.
star side. It's all star side.
Wait,
Maybe
can we
they
get
got to
coffee
report it.
first, please?
Okay.
I'm sure you can
Please,
find some coffee. off
we're
of
being
one of them
arrested
dead
right
old
now.
guys.
Okay,
We're
so
with
when
crossbows and she's wearing
they
coffee.
start to escort them that way, I'm gonna try and like scurry around the edges of the courtyard to try and get there.
Well, I thought you were
Yeah,
on
you
her
can do-
shoulder.
you
Maybe
can
you were
do that.
hiding
Okay.
with her.
It's not
No,
the
she
cleanest
jumped back
place. The
down.
mouse
Oh,
isn't
the
out of
phone just
place.
went to
Okay.
Um, shuffles you out. Make sure the Empress gets her peaches.
Wait.
Hey,
where are
wait.
they going? They gotta come with us.
They're enemies of the state. Get out of here.
Yeah, but they're
She's
also
enemies of the
important
state.
parts of the peach trade. I can't get
Are
peaches
they
around
now?
safely without these guys.
Alright. Please don't work again. Go ahead and roll. Persuasion.
Am I at disadvantage for this one?
I'm gonna say
Oh.
'Cause
yes.
I didn't have my coffee yet.
Yes.
You have
Yeah,
to
oh yeah,
mind
definitely,
them.
yes. Yes.
You can only roll
There we
characters.
go.
You can't roll dice.
Roll your character. Okay,
Come
ready?
on, 2 natural 20s.
Don't roll a bar fair.
Wait.
A
We
4?
should. Oh, we should use the
And a
dice
5.
tower. The big important roll.
Oh well, too late.
Too late now.
It didn't work.
Yeah, nice try. Empress would have my head if I let the people go that tried to have her son.
Hey,
Turned into
hey,
her
hey,
what?
real quick. Can I ask you a question?
You
What in the
defeat-
world could that be?
What?
I turn around and
say
bolt out
anything.
the gate towards the other outside of the Felstar Imperium. I do my best to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Ah! Get after him! And one of the guards is like, I don't even know how he's doing that.
All right, let's
I
go.
run off into
Throw
the
the
woods.
other really quickly. All right.
Arthur runs out and tries to hide in the woods.
You
and just
run out
keeps
the
running.
door. Run
What?
out the door.
Wasn't he being guarded by
and-
like
what's your
5
AC?
people?
Oh,
Yes, but
yeah,
they're
you
all
were
on the other side
surrounded
of me.
by- Everyone, all right, you know what? This is ridiculous. I'm just gonna allow it for now. Even the pikemen looked. They were like,
Yeah, but now they can get him while he's outside of the thing, right?
yeah. So as he's running, as he runs outside the walls, he goes, "Shoot that traitor!" And as he
Damn
runs
it!
away from walls,
I'm not a
what's your
traitor.
AC?
I'm not a citizen.
You are a trader.
I'm a straight-up enemy.
Oh yeah, well,
Clarice just told us that you were a trader.
I'm just gonna go get more peaches. I'll be right back.
shoot that peach traitor! What's your AC?
The other kind of trader.
Damn it, I don't have any good
That's
spells.
What's my
for
AC? You said 11.
Yep.
I have an 11
Okay.
TAC.
I need like a good old
Okay.
deflect
Are you
arrows or
kidding me?
something.
Uh-oh.
Am I gonna die?
Oh, you're not going to get hit.
It sounds like it's going to be the other way.
5 crossbowmen up on the walls turn around and shoot at you as you're running out of range.
Uh-huh.
They all hit each other in the toe.
The
Yeah,
first
they all
one,
shoot each
first
other.
one hits you in
Damn it.
your left arm for 4 damage.
Ow.
The second one hits you, and it hits you in the shoulder for 2 damage.
Ow,
Sorry,
so
4
6
damage.
damage
That
so
was a
far.
nat 20. That was a
Eight-
nat 20, so
8.
double that.
So 8 damage. Okay.
The third one misses. The arrow whizzes right past your head.
Okay.
And
Oh,
the
that's
other
close.
two, both of them accidentally hit the crenellation in front of them, and both their arrows bounce off of the crenellation into each other and hit each other in the necks, and they both fall off the wall dead.
Oh my god. Don't roll ones, kids.
We just need another 2 people to run out there and everybody's going to be dead.
I am so
Back-to-back
glad I did
ones.
not take the D20 he offered me at the beginning of the session.
Yeah.
Wow.
These are hyperbole dice
That one
today.
looks Extra spectacular.
Ones or 20s,
Well,
nothing in
it got-
between.
okay,
Okay, so
Funny
hey,
and
I
two
try to
ones.
stealth. After those hits, I try to stealth my way the rest of the way out of here. Can I roll a stealth check?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a stealth
Could roll
check.
avoid.
on the ground in agony.
Nat 1.
At disadvantage because they're looking at you. Like,
That's fine. So first one was a total of 20. So a total of 11.
11.
they still see you.
Damn it!
Keep running.
They can't see me. I can't see them.
So as you're running away again, this time I'm gonna say you're out of their you're at long range for them, so they're gonna be rolling at disadvantage. But there's only 3 now since 2 of them killed each other.
What's happening with Fuzzy right now? Is she just standing there watching?
Well, I
I want to point out they're all
the
focused on me.
Screamed, get after him, so I was suggesting we should have got after him, like he said. You know, do what
Yeah.
you're told when a guard yells at
If
you.
everyone is moving that
So did
way,
you take
Curtis
off
is
after
just
me?
gonna huff and
That
start
was the plan.
stomping
Are
over
you
that
headed
way.
to Felstow?
Oh, no, I think we've already. I thought we were already shuffled out the other side, though.
Yeah.
No, we were
you
still inside. I thought we were still inside. We weren't
Yeah,
gonna have an arm wrestler yet.
You were. Yeah, I said last week you would be on the other side, but I retconned that for this session to give you guys rest.
'Cause I
So
thought-
leaving on the other
So-
side, not back the way we came.
You guys.
Did you
All
run
right.
out
So
the
I thought we
side
were
or
going
this
this
side?
way.
No, this
Okay.
side.
Oh.
I
We
ran
had to go
out
in-
back away from Felstar.
No, you
Running
didn't.
into Felstar seemed like a wildly bad idea.
Yeah, but that's where we were
oh,
getting
okay,
pushed.
So instead of
Oh,
running
but that's
out the
that's the
open
gate that was opened.
you
Yeah,
ran
this
into
gate
the-
wasn't
Slap
open.
bang into the closed one and knock yourself out.
Oh, we were already in the
Dreams.
Felstar side. I thought we were.
Yeah.
I thought we were like
Yeah,
right
we
there.
were
Oh.
about to leave.
I thought
I'm
we were
running
in
into
the
Felstar,
courtyard.
Not realizing it. I thought.
Yeah, that's
There
where
was
we
there
were.
was a
open
courtyard
courtyard.
on either end. There was a courtyard on either end.
Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, I got it confused. So whatever
It's not a
whatever
small
open direction was for me to run, that's where I took off. I guess I'm
You
running
went
into
into
Felstar.
You
Yeah,
ran
into
towards
Felstar.
Felstar. Sorry for the confusion. I should
Okay.
have had this map updated, but Wednesday's normally my D&D prep day, and I had a friend over doing PR, so I
worries.
didn't have time
cool.
to do
That's
a
fine.
lot.
We can just assume that we're actually running this way into Felstar for now.
Yeah,
never
that works.
mind.
Or
It can be erased.
Fine, whatever's happening is happening. We're in Felstar
Right.
now.
frame rates.
There you
Well,
go.
is Fuzzy in
And
Felstar?
I'm hiding. I'm
You
behind
want
a
to try
tree.
reloading
We're all
the
over
game and
here
see if it
at the
helps?
keep.
Well, like if I go to pause,
I'm out of the keep.
window, I get completely
snuck out
fine,
with,
format.
Okay.
As soon
Clarice.
as I come back into the game,
Because
it
I think
eats me.
Clarice is
Steam
already
VR,
out.
Honestly, Steam VR has been causing all different kinds of problems for me lately. Like the last few updates of Steam VR, it has been running like
Did
crap.
Jade
I mean,
get?
I
Well,
know
I'm
I'm on
assuming
Oculus
Tarian's
instead of
with
Vive, but-
us. Because
Yeah,
Tarian was not on the
somewhere.
wanted
Yeah, I'll let him.
posters. You're still in. Drummer is running. And then where was Jade?
Um,
Did she
I'm
get
with,
pushed out
Clarice.
with Clarice? Okay. And we're
Yeah,
just
I'm
assuming
following
Tarian
Clarice
is
'cause
with
I'm a guard for
Clarice.
Clarice.
Right.
And
yeah,
I'm
that
here
works.
in mouse form.
Well, I ran out because they said get after him, so I was going after him.
Yeah,
So
I'm
you're
gonna
actually
be
running ahead
running
of us?
towards. Are we in runs right now?
Probably.
No.
I don't know what the rest of you are
No,
doing.
'cause
they're
When
only
he
shooting at
got
me.
there to chase him.
So I see.
So did
Barfred getting
anybody
shot at, and I'm gonna go
like
follow after him.
deal with Fuzzy at all once she started running or no?
Fuzzy
Deal
starts
with?
running out, and you hear the captain just yell, you know what? Fuck it. Dirk is dead anyways. Small party like that. Just let him go.
Small
not
party.
worth our
Excuse
time.
you.
If anyone here tells anyone here tells anyone that they were here, slit your throats myself. That's the last thing any of you
We
hear is
potentially
I'll
are.
tell whoever I see that we got in through your gate.
Oh
You're
my
definitely
god.
out of hearing. You're definitely out of hearing range for that one.
I know that was a joke. I wouldn't have
Okay.
heard it. That was actually
I'm gonna
it.
be seeing all the arrows fired at Barfred, just running up to him while like starting to cast as I'm running, and then just put a hand on his shoulder and cast Cure Wounds.
So you healed by 8
I
damage.
really have to reboot. This is getting even worse. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
Hey.
Okay.
Likewise.
Like
Is it
Clarice's
just
audio
I
was
think I can
even.
just
Well, I
do
mean,
that straight
should
up.
we just wrap it for tonight? Because that seems like sort of a natural break point.
I'm good with that.
We walked through a door.
We made it through an entire town.
We
went to
crossed.
a night,
We crossed
had a
another street.
nightmare.
Yes.
Effectively.
We exited a
I
gate.
mean, really, it was more like a
Good
bridge, but we crossed it.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. And somehow you managed not to split the party up. I'm so
Yeah.
pleased about it.
Amazingly.
I thought we were.
Okay, yeah,
Well,
Joey,
that's-
you're fully
That's
healed.
why I allowed the silliness of, hey, what's that over there? The party split up.
I was like, oh man.
I honestly, I just,
Whoa.
whoa. Someone saved the room.
Who saved the room?
Yep.
Don't worry, everyone is full health.
Okay. All right, so we
Except
are
for
gonna wrap it there.
Is that me?
I have
Nope.
something very special on my stream tomorrow. I'm very excited. I have been accepted into the Firmament Streamers Program. So excited. I don't know if it's a program so much as just they're letting some people do it, but
Hey, it sounds cool.
it sounds cool. We'll roll with it. So tomorrow night at 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern, I will be streaming the
Hey.
Firmament Proof of Concept demo. This is a Kickstarter from Cyan, which is one of my favorite game dev studios going back to the time I was like 13 years old. I'm probably aging myself there. But
She's getting all me about it.
that is tomorrow night. I am super excited about it. Yay! So tune in for that. And I guess that's it for VR Nerd Night. We will see you next week. Bye, Twitch!
Thanks for watching. Goodbye.
Bye, Twitch.
Twitch.